All right, you guys, so let's see what the universe wants us to know for tonight, okay? Let's see. Let's take it. Somebody feels ashamed in this situation. Okay. Forever young. I wanna be forever young. Do you really want to live forever? Forever. So somebody's ashamed for her, it seems like, wanting to live a certain lifestyle. Okay? They feel like they made a mistake, which would make sense because they feel ashamed. But somebody has new creative ideas. This could possibly be the divine feminine. Okay. So someone's in a state, yeah. Looks like these are two different energies here. You can have him back now. 3 different energies here. Okay. All right. So now let's take control of these energies because no thank you. Anytime you have the karmic masculine, know that the karmic is going to be there because she is still in his energy heavily. Okay, so 9 times out of 10, when people are talking to the karmic masculine, sometimes the karmic will come out. Most of the time they will. You'll just see a slight difference in energies because their energies are very similar because they live a certain lifestyle. They both enjoy living a certain lifestyle, okay? So let's see. Okay, so why don't they just go about their business and just be together, happy go lucky? Well, it made me look at, they made a mistake. So they know that this is not really what they want, but this seems like this is an old energy. This is past energy. So they've been dealing with each other for a while. So why all of a sudden feel ashamed? Why would you feel ashamed all of a sudden? Why is the karmic masculine so ashamed of his actions all of a sudden? Because they're at a crossroads. Ooh, okay. With their life? What are they at the crossroads about? They was at a crossroads when they had to make a decision. They still at a crossroads? Damn. But somebody's evolving. So does this karmic masculine want to evolve, but they're at a crossroads? Because I know this person with the new ideas is definitely evolving. And that's why they're telling it to be aware. Okay? Because this energy right here, who has the new ideas, the divine feminine, they're saying to be aware of this energy over here, which is the shamed energy. Okay? Why should they be aware? Don't ruin what we have. But to me, it seems like ruin a reputation. It seems like. But this is past tense energy because it seems like it's already been ruined. As far as this energy goes, that's why the ashamed is in past tense. Okay, you can have them back now. Okay, this is Karmic that already spoke. That's all she got to say. So what, I let him have the same sex relationship. So the Karmic is saying that, yeah, you can have him back. Oh, Karmic is saying you can have him back because she knows about his same sex relationship and his endeavors and stuff, and she's ready to spill the tea. But the divine feminine already knows and really does not, like, okay. But this person feels ashamed of the same sex relationship. And they feel like they made a mistake by trusting this karmic who's like, you can have him back now. So just beware of that situation because divine feminine, you are evolving, okay? And focusing on the new ideas, all right? Wow. So this is what's going on between these two. So, okay. So that looks like a blackmail all over right there, because that seems like the energy of, I know what you've done, so now if you leave me, I'm going to tell, like a tell-all book. You know what I'm saying? If this person already hasn't spilled the beans to certain people already, they may have already opened their mouth to certain people. She says she's pregnant and she keeping it. The first thing that come to mind is you. Second thing, okay, so this person says, okay, so somebody's pregnant in this situation with this same-sex lover situation. Somebody's definitely pregnant. It seems like maybe the karmic is pregnant, and they're wondering whose baby it is. He's thinking it could possibly be his because they have a lot of different parties. They're involved in different third parties, both of them. So that's why it's the uncertainty there. Okay? And a lot of different threesomes, a lot of different orgies going on. Okay? Then how can somebody ruin somebody else's reputation if all this stuff is going on? Do they not look at the man in the mirror? Do they not look at themselves? If they're ruining reputation, I know Divine Feminine is not doing threesomes and orgies and stuff like that. So how is this person able to ruin the Divine Feminine's reputation? Okay. Then whoever's listening to this garbage must be doing the same thing that they doing. They must all flock together, right? And wow, okay. These two cards were like this. So let's see. I do drugs with her and go for a walk. So, okay, well, that doesn't surprise me because I see a lot of different energies as far as sexual energies here. So that doesn't surprise me that they do drugs in the midst of all these different energies that are here. Okay, and this is shamed at the same sex, so it doesn't even seem like it's enjoyable at this point. They feel ashamed because they know eventually something's going to come of this to the surface. So they're not even having as much fun as they once did because somebody is in the energy of ruining somebody's reputation when it comes to this same-sex energy. Okay? And they probably need to go for a walk to clear their head, because when the drugs is all over with and everything's said and done, they still know that they have to deal with this person who knows about the same-sex relationship. So they don't know how to walk away. It says go for a walk, but really means walk away, I feel. I'm getting the energy that this person doesn't know how to walk away. And this other person's like, well, you can have him back because he's done X, Y, Z, all this stuff. You guys get what I'm saying? So Spirit's just saying beware. But we already know this. Like, is this what they're talking about on a Friday night? Is this what they're doing? Still doing the same stuff? Really? Okay, so I don't even know what to, like, what else should we know about this irrelevant situation on this beautiful night? Because it seems like they are still in the same energy of arguing about the same thing, about the same sex, about the threesomes. And y'all, I don't want to take these cards, but the Spirit's saying just take all of them. Listen. Okay, he gave to the wrong person. Clearly, there wasn't balance in the situation. He didn't give to the right person. But we already know that Divine Feminine, and now he's at a point where he's sexually frustrated because I guess he's not Divine Feminine. He loved looking at your pictures. You turned him on, and I hate to say it, but this person does not turn him on like that. So because you're not engaging in conversation and stuff like that with this person, he's not really attracted to the person he's with. I hate to say it, so it's like a sexual frustrated thing because he thought about you. Why he was with that person and doing his orgies. But this landed on the Divine Feminine's card, which is Christ's energy. So this landed literally on the Divine Feminine's pile. So that's the most beautiful energy in the cards, so we know it definitely is Divine Feminine. Okay, so we're just going to just pull these cards real quick because I really don't want to talk about this karmic masculine or this karmic. He loves getting his dick sucked. Okay. I'm sure he does. I'm coming back. This person want to come back. Do we have to do this tonight, you guys? Like, really? No. Oh, no. No, we clearing our energy field. Because if y'all want to take y'all karmic masculine back and y'all want to deal with karma with him, that's y'all choice. That's y'all business, okay? But I'm not in the energy of wanting to deal with that type of behavior. You know? And I really wanted to actually talk about something else tonight. But they arguing. They arguing tonight about the same thing. They have sex and they argue. And it's not even the good time because he be looking at her like, I can't believe I chose this person. They want to come back, Divine Feminine. They want to come back to the Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine, what do you want to do? She doesn't know about the other phone. This person has another phone. He's on either a dating app. He has other things that she doesn't know about that he's able to contact multiple parties where she's unaware. So she might be looking in one direction, but in another direction, he has other ways of contacting other people for different sexual acts and different fun. But karma will come to play in this situation, so I don't even know why they're wasting their time. They do understand that they, they chose wrong because this is 3 cups. They chose, they have their back turned to 2, but the 3 cups and spilled over. So that 3 cups was there for them, and it looks like really more than 3, but those 3 cups was poured out and it spilled because this person no longer has that. But look at those 2. So he spilled over the ones that gave him the most on the side where the house and the blossoming flowers are. And instead he chose the other one, which is 2, which he has his back turned to, at a crossroads where the bridge is at. Okay? If you guys noticed that. He chose these 2, but his back is turned towards it. He's facing what he has left, which is a Divine Feminine, which was more than that. And up above that was a house and trees and growth, okay, on this side. But he chose this side here, which was a 2, where he's at a crossroads with the bridge, okay? Okay, this person does drugs with this individual. Did we not pull out this card? And literally, we got the devil in playing in this. So I see a lot of darkness. Y'all, this person needs to love themselves or they wouldn't even be in this situation, because this looks like a lot of old past energy. So it's like, when do you grow? When do you decide to evolve? The Divine Feminine has evolved in so many different ways, shapes, and form, even though many obstacles were thrown in Divine Feminine's way. Why hasn't this person evolved yet? Okay? They need to love themselves. Divine Feminine's gifts are needed in the world, so she doesn't have time for the bullshit. And this person, they could have even have gotten married or married somebody, didn't tell you, Divine Feminine, or was married when you guys started dating. You had no idea. So this started already in a not honest commitment and union. She says she's pregnant and she's keeping it. You can have them back now. I pulled these cards already. So yeah, so this is the energy that I'm getting. This is where we're sticking at because I really don't want to pull no more cards. You already know their energy. And quite frankly, I don't really care about what they're doing on a Friday night. I don't care that they're arguing. I don't care that they're doing drugs. I don't care about them crying over spilled milk. They had many years, many opportunities with this Divine Feminine. This is very past old energy. So this energy was very old, stagnant, dry, stale, stuck. Ugh. So who wants to be in that energy? Like when they got something new coming into play. So I'm done with this reading. I'm not finna finish off this reading. And then it's a repeat. So that's how you know if I just repeated the same cards I just did, right? That means that this has been a cycle that's been continuous on and on and on, and it starts good, and you're like, okay, this might start be something different, and then it's the same thing. Okay, so that's what I got from reading the same cards over and over. Okay, so that just means that, yeah, this is a cycle that needs to close out. If it doesn't close out, it will just happen over again. So find a new person, do things differently. Do not do things the exact same, because if you do the exact same, you'll get the same results. Okay, I'm not saying it's the divine feminine's fault. I'm just saying, look at how things played out. Okay, and the situation when you met the person. How were things? How was your pace? How was your vibration? How was your energy? How are you feeling? How was your intuition? Were you listening to your intuition? Were you not listening to your intuition? Okay, were you comfortable? Did you feel distant towards this person? Did you feel a certain energy about this person? Really pay attention to what you did, what you didn't do, what you could have done, and how you could have followed your intuition, right? Okay? Let your intuition guide you more. So going forward in your next relationship, make that a priority so you'll see the red flags if you pay attention to your intuition and that gut feeling, and you listen to your angels and your spirit guides. Okay, on your with the new path with your divine masculine, because he's going to be listening to his intuition. He's going to be spiritual. He's going to be in tune with himself and his energy and his aura. Therefore, either you might either want to match that, or not even naturally, or you want to just notice your own energy so you can raise your vibration when at will. You get what I'm saying? Because it's not just easy. It's not just it takes practice to understand your energy, to balance out your energy, to understand what people in your aura feel. Like, you really have to pay attention and know yourself right now, especially in this isolation period. Okay, but this cycle needs to end. I'm going to pull cards on the new divine masculine. I'm not going to mix his energy with his karmic bullshit, because he's over it. Okay, he don't even like, you guys will talk about y'all war stories, y'all battle stories, y'all stories what you guys been through with different powers and principalities, but as far as like just you dwelling on the karmic past, he's not going for that. No, he's not finna, no. You guys can discuss the people and scenarios that came in you guys' lives, but he's not wants to go down memory lane with you about how you couldn't get over a loop and y'all starting a new journey together. Like, listen, okay. Because he's going to know if your energy is still lingering on that karmic cycle. He's not going to be a fool. He's not going to be like the other one where the last person he was with. No, not at all. So that is my reading for tonight, and that's just the karmic, what is this, the karmic masculine and the karmic the energy is the same at this point. I'm going to cleanse my cards again because I really don't want them in my energy field. And they really bore me, really, because I've been doing the same thing for years. It's like decades. How many decades has it been? Maybe even over 2 decades. Like, divine feminine, at least you way smarter, because you already let go sooner than they, man, come on. So I don't want to pull these cards. Oh, first thing y'all says ocean magic. Somebody's been doing water magic, ocean magic to keep the divine feminine stuck. I also hear freezer spells or freezer magic, putting it in the freezer to keep stagnation going. They purposely didn't introduce you to people because them people know the person that they sleeping with. I'm getting a baby mama, baby daddy vibe. I'm also getting a long friendship, a marriage vibe, a long-term commitment. Can we still be friends? This person's going to try any way to keep the door open and be friends with you, divine feminine. Okay. I'm going to tell you a divine masculine, though. That you friends with your karmic. Let's see how happy he's going to be about that. I'm just kidding. I ain't going to tell. But still, like, really, he's not, like, if you really think that's going to, he's going to go for that rest, okay? That body ache could be something more. Look into that, because a lot of times magic can be, people love to do dolls and dumb shit. But I tell you, things go back. It's universal law, so don't even worry about it because it goes back tenfold. So, I think of you when I'm sleeping with other people. This karma can't help themselves. Something about the neighbor. So I need to sage. Divine feminine. Yes, it was all a game. Checkmate. Oh, so the game. Everything was a game. All of it. It was all a game. So you need to create, and you are the true Cinderella. So let me sage, because I just heard the door to the neighbors too. So let me go ahead and sage. But so yeah, you guys, I need you guys to really sage and cleanse your energy, just not with your neighbor, but just your home in general. And that energy, you guys, definitely cleanse your energy of that individual. Of any individuals that you do not want in your energy field, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that.